What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Specifically, what we need to talk about is the kind of retests that we were seeing yesterday. Yesterday was going to determine whether or not we would be continuing this fall and correction within the markets to the downside, or fingers crossed, we were actually able to continue to head to the upside, finding the bottom. It's pretty much what we went over in the past couple of videos, basically saying, did we just bottom? Is the bottom in? Stuff like that. Finding the bottom about 2 days ago. If this holds, we should be able to head back to the upside here. And then talking about how this week is pretty much important, where we're going to either find a bottom, we're going to create a higher low, moving in a bullish pattern to the upside here, pretty much figuring out what exactly is going on across the board with these cryptocurrencies. So XRP, as you guys can see, yesterday we were trending much lower than our clear price floor right here. We fell to the downside here, immediately reversed back to the upside and are trending right on support levels there. Ethereum is hanging out right on support here. You can see we are holding on to this very well, which is also very exciting here. Ethereum as well is bouncing off its bottom support. I may or may not raise this to the upside here. I think it might be maybe a little more important if I just slightly tweak it to the upside here, maybe giving us a better overview. And then we have the S&P 500, which seems to have bounced off support here, kind of hanging to the upside. So it's just an interesting pattern what's forming on the S&P 500. We might be able to get away during some sort of maybe 4-hour pen flag or something along the lines of that. It's definitely a tough one here because there's definitely an uptrend that we've been using pretty nicely, but there's also some sort of like downtrend that's also forming here on what I would consider the 4-hour. So we're in a tough kind of spot right now within the S&P. I'm not entirely sure where we're going to be moving to or what exactly is going to be happening here, but I just wanted to outline it for you guys. And this is pretty much everything that we're going to be going over in today's episode. Now, with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. Super quick, guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, I just wanted to let you guys know I do have a second channel for those that are new, and it is slowly turning into what was finance now into car finance, and what is going to end up being rebuilding cars, hopefully, and showing you guys the process, how much it costs, and doing all the breakdown and analysis, because it's pretty crazy, and I had no idea that you can actually buy salvage cars for super cheap, fix them up, potentially sell them for a profit. And I think it's really cool. So make sure to go check out my second channel here. I've been pretty much analyzing everybody that's been doing this before me here, making videos on them, understanding who they are, also cracking the algorithm at the same time. So it's really fun. Definitely make sure to check out that second channel. Link is down in the description. But to dive right into the technical analysis, what you guys have so patiently waited for here, you can see we're down about 1.1% total right now, sliding lower, but we are pretty much consolidating right now. For the past couple of days, you can see if I bring up the last 7 days, Bitcoin has had many days now, probably 3 or 4 of sideways consolidation. Same thing with Ethereum, BNB, XRP. A lot of these cryptos, for the most part, are pretty much flatlined out this weekend. And basically, we had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and here we are Monday, and now we're opening on a Tuesday, seeing more of this consolidation here. Now, XRP was kind of sliding lower for the most part, but I am still kind of bullish on XRP here. Now, we did say that 37 cents was a support that we were retesting, and there's a chance we could slide lower, potentially retesting levels as low as 33 cents here, depending on how we kind of interact. See, it's definitely going to be hard to gauge where we currently are right now, because in the past we have tweaked below it here. So it's definitely a tough one to say, oh, well, this is where we're going to be breaking, because we have tweaked below it in the past here. And honestly, if we want to play it conservative, this is probably where I'd move it to, a little bit lower here. But again, it really doesn't matter all in all. We are at a bottom. We are retesting support here, but I don't plan on doing any short-term trades on XRP because we've bought in already at about 38 cents. We're a little bit down, but I plan on holding this for the long term. So yeah, maybe we're a little bearish on the daily here, even though we went from overbought to now oversold. You can see oversold, we're near oversold. 38 on the RSI is trading at 36 cents. And you can see the last time we were at 38 on the RSI, we were trading at 33 cents. So we are slightly up, and you can see percentage-wise from the previous bottom to where we are now, we're up about 8.7%, which is definitely good. And we have much more room to move up higher. We are starting to hit some supports, which is also exciting here. So there's a chance we could recover from this and head up higher. Regardless, I don't really find it that appropriate to spend that much time focusing on XRP because of the off chance or because we're in it more long term. So yeah, short term might be bearish, but long term, I am very much so bullish in the long term of XRP's success here. A lot of people question, oh, well, first you're bullish, first you're bearish. I feel like people like to watch, or they say that in the comments, they watch bits and pieces of my videos. Maybe they'll watch the first 4 or 5 minutes of it and they don't finish out what I'm saying, and then I'll continue and maybe I'll say it in a different order in the next day. So some people get confused. That's why it's good to watch the videos to the end here. But I am long-term bullish on XRP. The weekly charts I'm very much so bullish on. We have confirmed crossing a massive resistance here, which was enough for me to say, hey, after over a year, we've finally broken bearish through this. We are finally starting to head up. And now I have a firm belief that we are going to see at least a 50-cent to maybe even 95-cent retest by mid to end of this year. And that's why I've bought in at 38 cents and I'm holding it conservatively here. I'm holding it long term. I'm not leveraging it. Although what's cool is if you guys want to take the risk and trade XRP or honestly any other cryptocurrency for that matter, make sure to check out BidFi. They are the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. It's where I trade XRP and Ethereum and Bitcoin and so many other cryptocurrencies all right here. Used to be called Bityard. Now it's called BidFi. They've revamped it for the New Year's here, and they are going to be doing a formal release, and I'll be talking about that in a couple of weeks. So just waiting for their Apple Play Store app to be launched. They're currently they have the Android one, so I think next week hopefully we'll have that out. But moving forward, they offer XRP, which not many exchanges offer here. And what's really cool about BidFi, unlike other exchanges, is they offer a demo account and it gives you 100 grand in monopoly money. It is a completely free website to trade on. It is a completely free website to use the demo account. There's zero risk. You can sign up today, literally click demo, and trade the markets as if anyone was to tell you that. Or you can play around with it, learn from other YouTubers. Doesn't even have to be me. It's completely free. That's what's really cool. Link is down in the description. The best part is they finally revamped it for the New Year's here. If you sign up down below, click new user rewards after you sign up and you can earn up to $2,888, which is super cool. But moving forward off of XRP, let's look at Ethereum, Bitcoin, and the S&P 500. You can see ETH is retesting a vital support here. We discussed this very much so in depth yesterday here that if we don't hold out from here, we are going to drop. And if we closed yesterday a little bit lower, there's a good chance we would continue to drop. And there's also a chance we could continue to see this drop here. Honestly, the way these markets are playing, I do think that we are due to retest moving average. We've been above it for quite some time now. And I think a conservative little bounce off this is kind of what I'm expecting to see happen here. We'll see if that comes. But this is kind of where my head's at. A little short-term bounce to the downside. We're pretty much headed in that trajectory. We're not oversold. So the likelihood that we bounce off of here seems like a big possibility, although we are hung up on a support here. So there are opportunities. There really are opportunities. If we start to close a little bit higher, there are 15.5, maybe 15.6. We could take, well, the 15.6 is much higher. So I'd say 15,060. We could take a much more maybe aggressive approach towards scaling it to the upside here, but I do kind of expect to see retest of supports here. And if we do hit this, then I will go in for a long position because I expect the markets to swing up higher. Now, looking at Bitcoin here, I'm kind of in the same positions, the same kind of predicament here. I do expect, we are caught up on a support just like we are on Bitcoin. And I said many a times here, not only do we know that volatility, sideways trading with little volatility is always a good move for a potential break to the upside or downside, big volume to come. But we've been holding on to the support. And pretty much simply put, if we can close below this, we close at maybe $21,288, we know to buy in for a short position, shorting down to maybe 19.8 to 20K. Very quick, very easy, simply put. That's where I expect to see this short down to if the markets continue to drop. What's making this a little bit more problematic is I believe the markets are really in sync with the S&P 500. If the S&P 500 does not drop, we're not going to see crypto drop with it. But we are retesting a vital white band here. We do have a downtrend now that we've kind of established on the 4-hour, and we do have a green resistance. So maybe we head up, but I do believe we are due for a correction to the downside here. I do believe we are going to continue to create a higher low pattern as we head up. So I am long-term bullish on the weekly, short-term bearish. But with that being said, that's it for today's video. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.